Nut. Hello, everyone. Welcome to DougNutGames. My name is Doug. How's life, the universe, and everything?
Jordan, welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor for me to introduce a true friend of the railroad who has come here with the full backing of the United States Senate to meet with the Indians to thwart their opposition to our cause. From the great state of Illinois, Senator Jordan Crane.
I realized the other day that I don't have an intro video. And I thought, what could I do for that if I did something? I'm not really set up to show my muggin in video, so I can't really do that. I hope to someday, but I can't right now. Got me to thinking that I could show some stuff that I've done for film and TV, share a bit about what I do. Well, that's me, by the way, Senator Jordan Crane. The series is Hell on Wheels, and the actor I mostly worked with is sharing the stage with me right now, Colm Meaney of Star Trek fame.
On behalf of my fellow committee members, I thank you for that warm reception. But down to business. As Mr. Durant said, I am here, laurel branch in hand, to meet with the Indians. But, in the other hand, I wield a cudgel. And that cudgel is the full and mighty force of the United States military. If these savages want a scrap, then by God, we'll give them one they won't soon disremember.
This was an interesting scene. I'm smoking a cigar and peeing. Now, we do these takes over and over and over again, so I can't be expected to empty my bladder continuously. So there's a little tube going up my pant leg, and somebody off camera is controlling the flow.
Would you like to hold it for me, or do you have some information?
Mr. Durant has taken private funds from the railroad for his personal use.
It certainly made for an interesting challenge, I have to say. I, at this point, did not smoke anything. I used to smoke cigarettes, but I hadn't smoked in quite a while, and this was a cigar, a big stogie. I also had, had to pee when I wasn't actually peeing. So it was very distracting, but very interesting, and I got quite a chuckle out of it. And working with this fellow, the Swede, was also a delight.
Former Union soldier, Sergeant Frank Harper, I believe.
Very good. He was very, very good, but I didn't get a lot of scenes with him, and it was really too bad. I have one other scene I want to show you here, and only because it was very interesting and has a little bit of a story to it.
Well, I think the chief got my message loud and clear. Don't you?
This was an interesting scene I had with Durant, played by Colm Meaney, whom I have nothing but respect for. He was absolutely awesome to work with. We filmed this in Calgary, Alberta, and this train is a soundstage. Though you can't see it in this particular scene, it actually can shake, and the lights outside, which represent the sun, move and shift in other scenes, indicating that the train is winding its way across the countryside and the sun is shifting with them.
I sold all my land holdings in Nebraska, and I've divested myself of my credit mobilier stock. All at a nice profit, I might add. You have nothing over me anymore. You once had my head in a vice, Thomas. Now I have your pecker in my pocket.
Love that. Pecker in my pocket.
Tonight, and we'll report this as soon as I arrive. You'll be trading in your fancy duds for prison pinstripes. You're finished, Durant. All this, gone.
Jordan, please.
I have a couple more clips that I want to show you, but just as kind of a background for me, about me, I spent a number of years in Alberta, in Canada, out in BC in Canada, Vancouver Island. I lived down in the Cayman Islands there for a little while, and now reside in Nova Scotia in Canada. So I've moved around a little bit, and primarily done a lot of stage in my early years. Worked at a few different theaters that I helped start up, and then I decided that I had had plenty of stage. I had done as much as I wanted to do, and I switched over and got into film and TV. And so I did that, started that up in Calgary. Now, this first clip that I'm going to show you is from a little piece called The Boiler Room. Really a short piece that was submitted for Ampie Awards, which is kind of like the Oscars for Alberta in Canada. So not really anything special, but I was nominated for Best Actor for that. I didn't win, but that was quite something. And there were a lot of nerves, let me tell you, when they were calling out the names of the winners.
Are you pointing your gun at me?
She's just a little girl.
Are you pointing your gun at me?
Maybe she doesn't know. Maybe she's telling the truth. What if she doesn't?
It doesn't matter, Sarah. It doesn't matter if she knows or she doesn't know. She might know. That's all that matters.
But she's just a little girl.
Put down that fucking gun!
No one's saying the locals can't fish there anymore, sir.
If you interrupt me again, I'm gonna come over there and I'm gonna strangle you with my fucking oxygen tube. Anyway, I'm a dying man now, but I'm not against growth. I'm just saying, let's not make all our decisions based on profit. Start protecting what it is that makes this town great. And that's you folks.
That's all I'm going to show you, but if you have any interest, I've worked on shows like Heartland, Fargo, the series, Fear Itself, Assassination of Jesse James, Digstown, and 15 or so other movies. You'll find me listed on IMDb under James D. Hopkin. That was a decision I made when I was quite young. It seemed like people like Michael J. Fox and others had that kind of a name going, and it seemed like the right thing to do. My actual birth name is Douglas James Hopkins, so James D. Hopkins sounded pretty good. Which brings us back to DougNutGames. Sometime in 2023, I decided this was the thing to do. I'm going to give this a shot. I've been playing computer games my whole life, since the 90s, early 90s, or even before that. And so I decided, why not? I've been playing games my whole life out here in Nova Scotia. I'm just not getting the work that I was getting back in Alberta. So why not? Why not give it a shot and see what happens? So I started up DougNutGames in August of 2023 and have been enjoying it ever since. So join me. DougNutGames, the magical fruit. The more you watch, the more you make up your own ending. We'll have some fun. Come along for the ride.